the man, the legend, the man in sky blue.
Woo!
Looking good.
Yeah, people have been saying, I was like, all right, UNC. And I was like, oh, I didn't even realize
is that what
it.
we're doing?
Mr. Blue.
Yeah, Mr. Blue, that's what they call me. I'm blue, da boo dee da boo die. It almost matches the Carolina blue sky that we have, and it almost matches.
Finally, the sun is out.
So the blue. I know, it looks really nice outside here in Charlotte. Over on the opposite side, it is gray, cloudy, and you even see some flurries. Actually, what we're looking at right now here, this is over in Banner Elk. A lot of the snowflakes that you're seeing are actually the winds blowing snow off of roofs. So we're seeing a lot of that, some lingering flurries right now. But our temperatures are definitely on the cooler side right now and will continue to be so over the course of the next 24 hours. Compared to yesterday, we hit a high of 57, but we have a lot of improvements. But factoring in the wind chills, 33 degrees. We are 41 in Charlotte, but it feels like 33, and it feels like 14 degrees around the Boone area. But I'm happy to say the winds are going to lighten up. All right, did anyone encounter a wind moment yesterday? It was breezy.
Yes, man.
Yep. Right when I walked out of this building, it went.
Yeah. The sun was out. I forgot. Oh, yeah. And I remember you saying yesterday morning, if there's any takeaway, it's a windy Wednesday.
Good.
Got it.
Yeah, because that's one thing. It's like we have the one things we say on WCNC Charlotte, like on our TV station, but it was going to be so noticeable that it was going to affect your day. I went into the vet office, I had to pick up meds for Mr. Romeo, and the door, literally, I thought I closed it, just whoosh, was taken by the wind. But I'm happy to say those winds are getting a lot lighter. So once you get to about the early afternoon, you might have a stray gust, but you're not seeing constant gusts at 30 plus. So occasionally wind chilly, but for the most part, it's a nice improvement. As far as our mountain territories, we have a little bit of flurry action mainly happening around Avery County. I think you could see flurries maybe for an additional hour or so, maybe a straight pocket up until noon, but that winter weather advisory officially stops in the next hour, and we already have the kids that are actively in school at home. All three counties, Avery, Watauga, and Ashe, have gone remote for today, mainly because of that blowing snow, and it did get slick enough. Here at App Ski Mountain, I was seeing some active snowboarders. You see one right there. Having a good time. Let's see. Anyone else out?
Bright and early.
Yeah, get up to the slope, have it to yourself for a little bit.
Yeah, and I understand why a lot of people don't want to be there right now, but it's going to get a little bit better. My favorite, do you have any skiers, snowboarders in this room?
No,
Used to snowboard.
I can water ski and wakeboard.
Oh, that's harder.
You think so?
I think so,
Yeah,
100%.
it's hard.
Yeah.
I
water,
tried snow skiing once and I ate it down the mountain.
Okay.
Really.
I snowboard.
Okay, see, this is the thing. People that don't like skiing, I guarantee you're going to like snowboarding. Because I was a terrible skier, but I was a decent snowboarder.
Okay.
Yeah, so try it again. Now, Jane will back me up on this. When you snowboard for the first time, you find muscles that you didn't know could hurt.
Yes, totally.
Yeah, like I was just like, how many back muscles do I have?
Yeah.
And especially the gluteus maximus.
And tushy. You're gonna fall on it quite a bit. Yeah.
My quads just leafing down,
Obliques.
and it was all.
You're all really selling snowboarding right now.
Oh yeah, no, this is a bad idea.
You're like, you're gonna hurt like you've never hurt.
Yes.
before.
It's a good
I'd
hurt.
like to try it.
Yeah, no, you would like it, Carla.
I love how you said the leaf, because that's how I pretty much would go like that, and then eventually try to shred.
Yeah. Good shred.
I actually got a black eye of snowboarding because I was listening to Crazy Train, and I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna go off this jump, and I thought it was small. Next thing I know, I'm 20 feet in the air and pretty much landed on my face. So again, not selling snowboarding. Let's move on, because everyone's like, well, I was gonna go this weekend. Well, Beach Mountain is a different story. I've been seeing the chairlifts actively going, but we almost have whiteout conditions up here, so they're still seeing those gusts over 40 miles per hour. It will take longer for us to improve up in the high country, but the big improvement I've seen for the roads is really around Boone. They've done a great job clearing out the sidewalks. Didn't see a lot of snow. It was the lower end of the 1 to 3 inches that we were calling for, so they saw about an inch. Mountaintop saw a little bit more, but here's the beauty.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
4 reasons why today is going to be great: because of sunshine. And I was mentioning the winds to start off this weather forecast. That sunshine is going to be beneficial today. We did have sunshine on and off yesterday, but the winds really took away from the day, because yesterday was actually at 57 degrees. It was warm, but it was so cold because of the winds, and on and off winds are going to make it chillier today, but that sunshine is going to be the big benefactor, which, by the way, Today is December 11th. Sometimes I like to look up national days for you. It's also National Have a Bagel Day.
Love a bagel.
Me too.
Anyone bringing
Love a
bagels?
bagel.
With a nice schmear.
Oh,
yeah.
good schmear.
I love an onion chive. That's my jam.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like
Egg
that.
everything bagel.
Ooh,
Oh, that's a good
alright.
one.
Have
That's
you had
nice
the egg
old
bagels?
school. Yes.
Oh, yeah. People aren't familiar with the egg bagels, and I'm
Huh,
like, you need to.
that's like-
you got to turn on the.
I don't know what
egg
makes
That's
it better.
kind of old school.
But it's better than just like a regular bagel. I totally agree.
Yeah, I like an everything bagel
Yes.
with the plain schmear. So I
Plain
get I get the flavor.
Okay, that
and
makes
then,
sense.
And then balance with some, palate cleansing.
I love the everything bagel as long as I'm in a place that I don't need to be tidy. Because
Right.
Oh, yeah,
that-
yeah, yeah,
I ate it
yeah,
in the
it's-
car one time and I
You
found
need a
poppy seeds for a
flosser.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the good thing is you can actually live it out today. It's also National Stretching Day,
Love
so
that.
I
stretch
need to
after
do
that.
that.
And then International Mountain
and
Day.
then go snowboarding.
Yeah, there you go. See, perfect. I know. Put a bagel in your pocket. International Mountain Day. So I was curious what this one was. It was really just to bring awareness to the mountains. I think one of the coolest facts that I saw is about 22% of Earth's land is actually mountainous. And that does include, I think, the foothills and things like that. But yeah, so about 22% of that, and about 1 billion people live near the mountains on planet Earth. So now we are aware on this International
Fun
Mountain
fact.
Day. I learned that, so I'm going to pass on the knowledge. High temperatures today. It's not going to be great. We mainly have the mid to the upper 40s. It's a little adjustment. It went down to 46. I have a high of 49. I think we're going to get back there no problem. I don't know why that's why. It says so far. Okay, there we go. Sorry, wrong graphic. Yeah, we're going to have highs right around 50 degrees. I was like, what's going on here? And we're going to be dry today and really over the next few days, but an isolated rain chance is going to be possible on Sunday. Our futurecast is showing that any clouds that we have are far distant away from the Charlotte area. It's only up in the mountains along the Tennessee border. By the afternoon, we start to clear things out. You might still have partly cloudy status here and there, but it gets much brighter. It gets better. It's less windy for you. Still, you're the windier part, but we will see more clouds roll back in later on this evening. And there is another chance for snow. I think this is another dusting of snow that's happening in the mountains. Slightest chance that as far south as Rowan and Iredell County, you could have a quick flurry around midnight into the early morning hours. That's not going to affect anything. Just letting you know if you're up late, you might see it briefly in the moonlight or maybe in the street light at that point. And then we'll mix some clouds through your Friday. Saturday looks to be completely sunny. And then Sunday is the day of change. So we have this front down towards the south. Luckily, it's of the dry variety, or else it could bring some big rain and even some snow. But it's this big H, Happy the High, that's going to roll in. That's an Arctic high pressure system that's going to sink in some really cold air. So here's how it goes down. Saturday is the pick of the week, pick of the weekend. If you are undecided what day you want to do something, it is Saturday, hands down. Because that 48 degree point that I have there, that is happening in the morning. So our morning is where we have the warmest part of our Sunday, and our winds are going to pick up, and I'm going to show you how it's going to feel through the course of your Sunday. All right, you all ready for this?
Yep.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. So 38 degrees is our cold. Wait, that wasn't the right graphic. What just happened?
It's okay.
Where are we going? Where is it?
We're
Oh, there it
going?
is. Okay.
Okay.
Wrong graphic. Here we go. All right. So this is how it's going to feel for your Sunday. Man, I even have the song and everything. Okay, so this is 11 a.m. on Sunday. It is feeling like 34 and -4 in Boone. And now note, we were talking about starting off in the 40s. So that's the winds really taking over. We go forward. Feeling like 21 degrees come 4 p.m. At this point, likely our temperatures are down in the 30s. This is the power of that cold air that's filtering out of the north, and feeling more like 13 below zero around the Boone area. And then by the evening hours, we're talking about anywhere from 10 to 14 to 15 below zero for the mountains, and the single digits to the pre-teens around Charlotte. Now, the good news is winds start to lighten up and actually some warmer air jets back in, so the start of your Monday morning, it's not atrocious, but this potentially could be not just the coldest day of the season, but of the year. So far in 2025, we have only dropped down to 18 degrees at Charlotte Douglas International Airport. We hit 19 twice, so this will regardless be the fourth time that we drop down into the teens. But 16 degrees, that smashes it. And that other graphic that I showed you too early, 38 was the low this morning. We've hit 28 twice this season, so we're going to beat that by over 10 degrees. So astronomically cool. But the good news is this isn't going to last long. Luckily, we're going to have the sunshine warming us up thereafter. Winds start to lighten up, and then we're back to 48 on Tuesday with another sunny day. And then Wednesday, we have highs in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. Good chance for rain Wednesday night into Thursday, but still sticking to the lower 60s. And then we have 60 and then 54 as we head into the Saturday before Christmas. And I was mentioning this yesterday that our long range models are trending that it is going to be an above average Christmas. Our 8 to 14 day outlook, a majority of the United States, besides the northern central part of the U.S. and northern New England, are trending to be above normal. Now, our normal heading into the Christmas holidays, 53 for a high and 33 for a low. This is a solid jet, I would say, about at least a 50% shot that we have above average temperatures. So that means at least the upper 50s, but I would not be surprised if we're around 60 degrees for Christmas. Now, things could still change, but definitely looking like much warmer temperatures than what we've been dealing with recently and what we're going to have on Monday.
Oh my gosh, that is bone chilling. Wait, what did you say? 16?
Yeah, we'll go
Monday?
back to that guy. Yeah, 16 degrees.
I don't have it. I don't have it.
Well, and see, the thing is, like, we hit 28, and I've noticed that recently I was like, okay, we're getting used to it. We can kind of do that. But that's a big difference.
Yeah.
We haven't had that. Once you get used to multiple these days, and I was like, okay, that's nothing, because you kind of change your perspective. Yeah, that one's going to be rough. So what I've been telling people is if you have any plans on Sunday, the earlier the better, just because it just gets colder. Usually you have about 4 o'clock's our high temperature, 3, 4 this time of year. No, at that point it could be up to 10 to 15 degrees, at least how we feel colder compared to sunrise. So keep that in mind.
All right, and then doing the whole drip thing. With your faucet.
Definitely a drip.
Gotta do that.
At what point do you drip?
Okay, actually.
Like what degree do you drip?
Well, let me bring this up. I think
Right.
you
Is
were
it below freezing?
you were off actually when I brought this up, so this is a great opportunity.
For a
okay.
weather
I
IQ.
was enjoying 80-degree weather now.
No,
Yeah,
you-
right? I
gotta get
know.
re-educated.
You were in the land that you do not need to drip.
No.
And if you do, and if they
Every
do need,
once in a while.
and if they do need to drip, iguanas are falling from the trees.
Yes, right.
If you guess Florida, yes, that is where
Yeah,
Carlene just
for
came
the
back from.
falling iguanas.
Okay, so the general rule
Okay.
that we have is when temperatures are 28 degrees or colder for 4 hours or more. And it's primarily, like, I have a house that was built in 1987. We have a more exposed crawl space. The newer built homes, this doesn't apply to as much. They're usually built a little bit better insulation, but especially older homes. But regardless, if you're talking about multiple hours below 20 degrees, insulated pipes even can freeze in a 6-hour period. So the reason why you get the drip going, and multiple faucets are advised upstairs and downstairs, is because it creates a little bit of movement. Stagnant water freezes. Think about the ocean. It's constantly moving, and also the salt is a big deal there. But the more the water's moving, it breaks up the crystallization process. Also, when frost forms, it needs to be a still or a calm wind because it's a very delicate process to connect all the bonds for ice. So that's when, in general, 28 degrees and colder for 4 hours or more, that's when you need to drip. But we are in the range, especially heading into Monday morning, that you absolutely need to do it regardless of the house you have. But it's only about 5 drips per minute. I spend way too much time trying to finesse it perfectly. But you don't need that constant, like, drip every second where you think you're wasting water. It doesn't need much, especially if you do multiple faucets. Just takes a little bit of finesse and getting used to.
Okay. Good to know.
Yep,
That's
so-
for Monday.
Yep. You do not need to drip until Sunday night. So I would actually suggest as soon as you're done with dinner on Sunday, start dripping.
Start dripping after you're doing the dishes, and then drip the faucet. Just keep it going. Mm-hmm. All right. So enjoy this weekend.
Yes.
Today
Yeah.
and Saturday.
Yeah, and it's cooler than yesterday, but when you have sunshine, it makes it 10 degrees warmer. But yeah, Saturday is my pick of the week, so that's the one don't miss out on.
All right.
Okay.
Chris Mulcahy, we're liking the jacket.
Thank you very much.
Liking
I
the
appreciate
combo.
it. What other
The
colors
blue.
can I do?
Well, Carlene, you said a maroon, a cabernet.
I like maroon.
Like- oh,
color,
like, yeah,
a
like
wine
Carlene's
color.
top.
I love a hunter green. I
Green,
love
yeah.
an unconventional suit color.
I'll see if
Right.
my
Plaid?
because I was mentioning
Plaid?
my suit for my wedding was that hunter green color. I'll see if it doesn't key out at the green screen, or else you might see that
Okay,
saying. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true.
You have a
My favorite
career
color is
issue
green. I
with
can't wear it
that.
at work.
All right, we will see Chris a little bit later here here on Live.